All right. Oh, where's my music? There you go. There you go. All right, everybody. Welcome back to another stream on a Tuesday. We are back doing it, modeling, feeling good in the neighborhood. I am always, when I start these streams, I'm always like still fiddling with stuff. So let's hope this is going through. Okay, great. Sorry guys, checking the stream. Sometimes my internet is not great. So, all right, Kelly, first one in the chat. What's good, Grease Monkey? Kelly, thank you for the super chat. I'm doing well. I'm here. It's Tuesday. Another stream. I love doing these. I love just winging it over here, modeling some stuff. So feeling good, Kelly. On today's stream, we're going to be doing, if you saw from the thumbnail, we're going to be making some glasses. And by glasses, I really mean things you put on your face, because there's no glass on these glasses that I see here. These glasses, or these characters, are from Gravity Rush 2. I'm running, my tap is running really low for Gravity Rush 2 art now. This is about the last prop that I have like reference for. So on Thursday, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'll be modeling. So Kelly, are you gonna toon shade that guy? No, I mean maybe like this head, I'll toon shade it. But as for this character, the focus, the focus was gonna be on the goggles, right? So yes, goggles is the term, not glasses. So here's one of them. Here's the second one of them, right? Like you're just seeing some, like it's mostly like these glasses would basically be for like somebody living out in a dune type world where you definitely don't want the sun in your eyes and you have no glass, and glass is expensive, right? And then the third one, which really does nothing, is this one. What's cool is that they suction cup onto your face. They kind of look like bras for your eyes. So they don't have the thing that attaches to the back. But yeah, so these are the three glasses that we're gonna be making. And we're gonna model them, toon shade them, etc., etc. That's gonna be what we're making here today. As for upcoming streams, the Inuit bone slit goggles are pretty cool. Is that like, hold on, I'm gonna Google that. The bone slit goggles are pretty cool. Let's see. Is that like, are you saying that, are you referencing one of the goggles that are on screen? Or are you saying that this is a type? Let's see. Oh! Yo, they do look cool. Look at that. Yo, I bet you this artist was inspired by this. Look at this, guys. Ferd said the right thing here. They look just like something that this would be inspired by. Let me get the other one. Like something like that, right? That's so neat, you know. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. It's to prevent snow blindness. All right. So yes, let's just say these goggles are to prevent snow blindness. If you play the game, they basically live like in these floating worlds that are above the sky. So I'm going to assume they're closer to the sun and thus need these glasses or something. What's interesting about the style in this game is that these characters with these glasses are basically the low lives. So they're like styling while they're low lives. You know, they're like below poverty line, but they still got the cool glasses. They're part of like some sort of gang. I forget what they're called, but this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making these goggles. That's the focus of this stream. All right. All right. And just for anybody out there in the stream watching, I did launch my Patreon. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I did launch my Patreon. Definitely check it out. The link is at the bottom and in the description. Support me. Any files or any project file let me rephrase. Every live stream I have, I will have a project file, which would go on the Patreon. So just know that that's where you'll get the project files for anything you see here. There's also other stuff there, so definitely check it out. It's brand new. I'm new to Patreon, so please bear with me while I stumble along the the do's and don'ts of internet income. All right. All right. Are the goggles? They do nothing. I want to see the homie Grease Monkey do some Game of Thrones stuff. All right. I will definitely do some Game of Thrones stuff. But let me tell you something, Kelly. I don't watch Game of Thrones. So why don't you... I'm going to look up props. I'll look up props from Game of Thrones, and I'll figure out which ones I can do. If you have any suggestions for those props, you know, definitely send me a message on the Discord, and send a picture. Send a picture of props from Game of Thrones that you'd like to see modeled, on the Discord if you're on it, so I can do that, because I don't watch Game of Thrones. You know, I was even thinking about this Thursday stream doing a prop from Elden Ring. I don't even play Elden Ring. Not that it's a bad game. I just have no time to play Elden Ring, and I know that that game's gonna consume my life. So definitely, if you have any props from Elden Ring, send me anything from Game of Thrones. Send me a picture, and I will definitely put it on the lineup to make. Because, yeah, these glasses are the last props I'm going to do from Gravity Rush. I've tapped that well dry. There's not much else. I mean, there is stuff, but nothing else. I've done plenty of Gravity Rush stuff. Nobody cares. Well, let me rephrase that. I care so much about Gravity Rush in comparison. All right. Let's start this. Without further ado, let's start off with some... Let's start off the easier ones here. So I'm gonna do these. I think these are gonna be the easiest. So I'm gonna put this base mesh, put it in its own collection. We'll call the collection, you know, base. That's fine. And Kelly, if you're not on the Grease Monkey Discord, please join so you can put the pictures on there. Put it under the ideas tab or whatever, and send those images there. Okay, so let's disable this and let's start. Oh my God, creepy. The eyes just floating there. Dun 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 dun. We turn it on and off. Okay, so we're gonna move this also to the base. There we go. Okay. All right, so here we go. So let's make this invisible, and let's look at it from the front view here, and let's start building this out. So the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna do a mirror modifier and then just box model my way out of this. So let's make a mesh, and we may have to do this again. Like I said, I don't really prepare for these live streams, and I kind of just do it. I have like a general idea how I'm probably gonna do it, but it's really just me winging it. So let's bring in this sphere here. Let me choose the front because I'm gonna erase the other half. So let's erase the other half here. Control I, vertices. There we go. We're gonna shade smooth. We're gonna put a matte cap to be like these goggles, this orb here. We're also gonna make sure that our normals are set to smooth. We're gonna use a mirror modifier immediately. So let's put the mirror modifier there. We're gonna grab these guys, bring them to the side. We're gonna bring the whole thing up. And we're gonna bring the camera backwards. Maybe not bring the camera backwards. We will just shrink these. So let's shrink these. Here we go. There we go. I'm also going to flatten these out, so I'm going to look at it from the side and just flatten it out on the y-axis. There we go. Like I said, we may do this a different way, but for right now, this is how we'll do it. On our mirror modifier, make sure clipping is on, so once I reach to the other end, we will do it. All right. So we're good. Now what I want to do is let's build out kind of like the lip and then the extension outwards, and then we'll have to use the face as a reference to really cup the face there of the character. But we'll just build out the basics of it first. So let's select the edge there. I'm gonna go to edge mode so I don't see the vertices. I'm going to, let's say, E, but hit right click to like cancel it, and then I'm gonna scale it out. There we go. And then EY, just scale it out a little bit there. Alright. So right now we're just building out kind of like that lip there, and then we'll start rounding it out. And then now let's see if this is gonna work. Like I said, I'm just winging this winging this thing here. Let's do E and then scale it up and then bring it out. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. So let's do E on the Y, scale it out. Alright, let's bring everything further apart. Oh my god, I have clipping on. Let me take it off for a second. And then let's bring the clipping back. There we go. We're almost kind of seeing it already on the left side, top left there. All right, so what we're gonna be doing, yeah, it looks okay. So we're gonna keep going. Let's spread these out. I'm gonna choose the edge, holding Alt, scale it out a little bit. Very good. And then we're gonna do a loop cut here, and we're just gonna keep one. We'll keep this one out there, and then we'll do one of these. So what I'll do is I'm gonna hit G to slide this loop cut down, and then I'm gonna bring this down as well. Well, actually, I'm not gonna bring it down. I'm gonna just grab it, bring it out like this. And this is just being finicky now, right? So here we go. So we're getting there. Obviously, that these are perfectly round. They should not be perfectly round, right? They should be like, they almost look like, you know, an octagon, like here, and then here, and then down, and then here, and then down, and then here. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to connect these. So I'm going to put clipping back on my mirror modifier, hit G and X, and we're going to connect those together right down the middle. Let's do E. Let's extrude down the middle. So let's bring that. All right, cool. They're connected. And we're going to keep on keeping on. Alright, so we got that going on. Let's see what happens when we put in a subsurface. And we'll put it up first. There we go. I guess it should go second. It should be mirrored. Alright, cool. We got some more rounded edges here. Alright, and then let's see. What else could we do here? Let's bring back our head and let's just start building it out on his face. And we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. We'll scale it down. Why is it scaling from up here? Oh, that's why. There it is. I'll bring this up. Alright, and this is where we're going to have to start conforming to a face here. Alright. What I'm gonna do is I can see that on the bridge of the nose, we're gonna scale, have it slightly upwards, and see if we could just rest this right on top of the nose and then work from there. So let's move. What I'm looking at is the nose here, yeah, right here, and we're gonna bring it out. There we go. So now we know that's right there. Obviously, we can use like a modifier, like a shrink wrap and stuff, but I don't know. That's usually pretty ugly for me. All right. So now let's start conforming and cupping this to his face, and then we could start doing some more modeling here to make this work. Just for a test, I'm gonna make these bigger. See if that looks good. It's interesting what's happening here. Hold on, let me check it out. Alright, so we'll scale it out a little bit here. Alright, and then we'll bring back the base. And we'll definitely bring this out just a tad bit here. There you go. Okay. I will send you some. Yes, yes, yes. Put it on the Discord. Please. Join the Discord, Kelly. So we can see it together. And also, if it's sent in an email, like, I could lose it. Are you on the Discord, Kelly? Get on the Discord. It doesn't look like you are. Okay, let's keep it going. Alright, let's do some proportional editing here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select these 3 dots. I'm on YouTube. No, I know, but to send the pictures of the props, do you have Discord? That's my first question. Alright, so I'm gonna do proportional editing and I'm gonna rotate, but let's see if I can scroll this down. Where's my circle? There it is. See, I can rotate things with proportional editing. Obviously, it looks really weird. But if I rotate it and I scale it up, what's interesting if I have to rotate the other way for it to look like anything. Alright, so maybe that won't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Nice. We'll look in the description. There's a link to my Grease Monkey Discord. Join the Discord. And I think since you're a Patreon, you should have like a elevated role there. But yeah, once you join, then put it in under the channel ideas. What's it called? Ideas and feedback. Maybe those should be 2 separate channels. Okay, anyway, so I'm selecting the... You can see this vertex is white. That's because that's the one that's selected. So if I hit the period key here, I'm going to choose active element. So now to rotate around that point, you'll see that it rotates like that. So I'm going to select everything. But it says you don't have permission. Okay. Are you Mega Fist? Alright, let's rotate this. I'm going to rotate this slowly so it cups the eyes. Maybe scale it down a bit. There we go. So it goes right in. Okay, cool. So What you need to do, Kelly, is go to the Patreon that you subscribe to me and connect your Discord on there. It'll give you an elevated role. And you should be able to post at that point. Yeah, the vertex group stuff, it kind of like the shrink wrap. I don't know. I like control when I make stuff, and I think it's good to use as a base, and then you have to like tweak it from there for the shrink wrap modifier and stuff. Okay, cool. So we got the eyes as close as we can there. Let me now we do proportional editing, and then we try and stick it on there. Let's see. So I'm gonna grab these guys here. And I'm just gonna do it slowly. Oh my god, what's happening? Let me select just the faces here. There we go. We'll just do a couple of these. And we'll keep just finagling it until it works out here. Doesn't have to be exact. Just has to be enough. Alright, and we'll just keep doing it. Just so it hugs the face a little better. Loop cut, I feel like you might lose the conical shape. Yeah, so what I'm doing here for it is, as long as I have the basic shape, so as the least amount of vertices as possible, and then we'll loop cut, and then we can adjust. But it just has to be enough, right, to hug the face. Because then we're going to do a... Helium has treatment of all my superpowers. No, I didn't strip it. I didn't strip it. Connect your Discord onto the Patreon. It should give you the ability. And I'll make sure. Hold on. Maybe there's like a weird... It says here that... Oh, I see what's happening. Like kryptonite? No. No. Or put it in the Blender chat if you have no permissions under the ideas. Okay. Is it a group or role issue? So what's happening is that he's trying to post... Let me see. Let me make sure. So what's happening here... Mega Fist. Sorry. Kelly has to go into the Patreon and connect his Mega Fist Discord. Then my Patreon bot will give him an elevated role, right? And then he will be able to post into the Monkey Club, which has ideas and requests and stuff. But he could post on Blender chat. So if Kelly, if you don't want to go through all that, you can go to Blender chat and post it on there. I believe everybody has a right to post on there. I think. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not private. Everybody should be able to post there. Alright, let me make this circular, and I think that's what Alt-S. No, it's Shift-Alt-S. Oh my god, that's trying to make it such a weird... This is to spherize, right? Yeah. Blender chat, you should be able to do it, Kelly. But like I said, make sure to go on the Patreon and connect your Discord so it'll give you that role. It needs to be done through the bot so it's all automatic and stuff and I don't have to like sit here and do it. There it is. I see it. All right. Thank you for using it, for posting it on there. Good stuff. And keep on posting. All right. So, let's see. What was I doing wrong? So, what I'm going to do is, Ferd, you were talking about keeping the canonical shape. So, let me undo everything, right? And what I'll do is I'll do it with group and then I'll fidget with it from there, but like let me see if that even works. So I'm going to select all the points that I want. So I'm going to select all these except this one and this one and this one and this one. All right. There we go. And I'm going to hit Control G and I'm going to assign vertex group. That should be this one right here. We're going to call this edge just to see. We'll do the shrink wrap modifier, which is over. I always lose it. Shrink wrap, and then we'll do the vertex group edge, and we will do it. Can we just pick one direction? I wish I could just. Let's see. Target vertex. No. Project. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do a projection, right? And then we're going to project on the y-axis, right? And we will all do it on the positive and the negative. And then we will do the target, which is the base mesh. There it is. So, it definitely is weird, right? But it's keeping the shape because I'm only projecting on the y. So, nothing's moving left, nothing's moving right. It's going straight backwards. Straight backwards. It's going straight back. All right. So it's giving me some like weird artifacting and stuff. So let's see if we can fix that. I'm going to do that in a few different ways. Can we subdivide? Nope, we're not subdividing. Positive, negative. Interesting. I could do face culling? What is this? Stops vertices from projecting to a face on the target face facing away. Oh, it's just not doing it at all right now. Okay, that's weird. Maybe the nose bridge shape should have been extruded such that the fan part is still part of the cone. Maybe. I kind of understand what you're saying. Alright, so let's do... Is there an influence? Let's see. This limit's pretty interesting. Like... What is happening here? Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it. I'm just going to apply the look. And honestly, after applying it, it ended up looking okay. That's not bad. Like, let's see without the... Let me make sure that my view looks better here. 150. There it is. Alright. That's not too bad. It's not too shabby. It definitely, you know, because of the contours of the face, you know, looks like it's digging in there. But it's not terrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the shrink wrap. I'm going to call this goggles. dot 000. I'm gonna move this into a collection called goggles. And I'm also gonna make a scraps. I'm gonna duplicate these goggles and I'm gonna move them into scraps just so I always have this one ready to go. Okay, so let's reapply this. Well, not reapply this, but let's figure out if I should move them further across, if I should make them a little bigger. All right, we'll make them big. A lot of weird stuff happening, but we'll shoot as far as the side of the head goes. Like right there. There it is. We scaled it up. We're looking good. Interesting. And now let's apply. And honestly, once again, after you apply the shrink wrap, it doesn't look terrible. There is some digging of the skin there, but overall it looks good. Let's see if we could change the colors. There it is. We can see this a little bit better. So I just changed the matte cap colors to random, so we can see some different colors here. And honestly, like I said, not terrible. We could definitely do something silly like, not silly, but we can make this object visibility always in front. Let's see. And then that gets rid of the digging of the skin, right? But then, you know, when we look behind the character, we can see through it, which is not good. Never mind. Oh, but what if we put backface culling on this? So let's turn on backface culling. It's somewhere around here, right? Oh, you can only, it only happens. Oh, this only happens in, doesn't happen in rendered mode? Okay, never mind. In front is a lame idea. Alright, let's fix some of this stuff here. I'm going to select points and just move them on the Y. Just anywhere it's cutting in, I'm going to fix it by just grabbing the point and moving it on the Y. There it is. And sometimes you're just going to have to deal. You know what I mean? Like, this could be perfect, but it's not. And that's just life, you know? So we're going to move this slightly around. There we go. We'll make sure that we grab this point, bring it out. There's a weird thing going on here, unfortunately, that we'll need to address soon, but not right now. Okay, we'll grab on the Y. Grab on the Y. There we go. Keeping the shape for the most part. Good. Good. We're going to have to keep going. We're going to have to keep going. It's 35 minutes. We're on the first goggles. We got more to do. Alright, so let's fix some stuff here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these goggles, which are right here, and I'm going to make a new collection called Goggles 1. And I'm doing that because I'm going to separate these. Yeah, Will Smith isn't perfect. That's why he slapped Chris Rock. Oh man, that controversy. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select the eye part, and I'm gonna separate it. So I'm gonna hit P by selection. So now I have two pieces here: the glass piece and the eye piece. And I'm doing that because I'm going to add a solidify modifier onto the eye piece, but after I fix the eye part. So let's see if we can fix this. There you go. We'll also do it right here. All right, we'll keep moving the eye parts. Oops. Bring it in closer. All right, there's some stuff we need to fix here. And it's just by moving these like little points. All right, so we did that, and now we can add in the solidify modifier. And then that's how we close this gap here, right? And it just goes into his face. And that's how we're closing gaps. So you can see the little edge. There you go. Maybe the middle bit needs a tad bit more geometry. Ferd, yes. You know what? You're right. I have a very bad habit, and I think you always catch it, that I want everything to be 4 vertices. I want the least amount of geometry possible. But you're right. Let's add another one. We added a loop cut. Let's look at I went to solidify and I selected this on cage so I could see all the vertices. And let's do something interesting here. Not interesting, but let's get these 4 vertices. Also, there's one floating here. What is this? That was weird. Alright, so I'm going to select all these. Well, that's not a bad habit if you're doing a game asset. For sure. I guess I usually don't make game assets, but the reason I think this way is because in the past, when I used to do projects for like clients, a bad thing that would always happen to me is that my project files would be gigantic because I didn't care about anything. Like subdivisions 4 or 5 times, different objects. So throughout the years, I've been punished enough by my mistakes that I'm like now PTSD, making sure that everything is super small. But you're right. So so we're gonna select these vertices and we could just smooth it out. Obviously, I could sit here and fiddle with it, but you could do this. You could go. Let's see what the shortcut key is. Okay, it's Control F. So let's do Control F and we'll do smooth. It's somewhere around here. Oh, Control V. There it is. Right. Is it here? I always want to show these menus instead of just doing the search, and there it is. Smooth vertices. Let's do Laplacian. Nothing happened. Let's do it again. Smooth vertices. All right, cool. So I did a smooth vertices. I can obviously hit Control F, smooth vertice again, but I think I could do Control R. No. Control T. Nope. Shift T. No. Shift R. What is the repeat function? I know there's a repeat shortcut. Shift R. Repeat last. Okay. So let's do a smooth again. So Control V. Smooth vertice. Control R. And you can smooth it all the way real thin. Obviously, we don't want that. So I'm going to smooth just the top portions there. Control V. Smooth. Maybe we'll scale them up. We'll scale up from the bounding box. So scale up. There we go. There's also like this weird point here, right? Like, what is that? Where's this guy at? Where's this guy at? Let's bring him out. Okay, there we go. All right. Cool. And what this also needs is like, these are like rounded, right? Like it should be round. So let's try a bevel modifier. Let's see if that'll work. That's not gonna work, is it? That's not working. It gives you a small little bevel though. A little cute little bevel. Bevel the vertices? That looks insane. Alright, let's take this off. We could definitely make these round by applying the solidify, and what if we do another subdivision? Is that crazy? Oh my god, I literally took a second to think about it. It looks kind of funny. For right now, we will not figure out that issue. Just let's figure out every other thing, and then we'll figure out the issue, that issue. Okay, cool. So we got the eye sockets. We got the things stuck on the face, which are looking. It's looking all right. Right. So let's add in the silly stuff here. So let's cursor to selected, so it's in the center. We'll do a UV sphere. We'll shrink it down. We'll right click shade smooth. We'll bring it in. We'll add in a mirror modifier. We'll go to edit mode. We'll bring it out to the sides. We'll shove it into these spots here and then call it a day. There it is. Those are our two spots. They're a little closer, and we'll bring them in on the Y, and there we go. We got our little dots. Maybe we make them bigger. Quad remesh. Is that an add-on? Do I have to buy that? Is that part of the... Can I remesh this? Hold on. F3 remesh. We got voxel remesh. Quad flow remesh. Is that what this is? look how ugly it turned. It's because of all these modifiers, right? I have to like... All right, let's go back. Let's unquadify it. Oh, what? I can't undo it? Oh, okay, good. Jesus. I thought I could undo it. Alright, so for the sake of this, I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to move it into the scraps. So we always have it. Now what I'll do is... I will actually take off all of these. And do it after the quad remesh. So I'm going to apply the mirror. There we go. So we have this line here in the middle. We will go to line mode and we'll bevel it so it has a little bit more geometry there. There we go. We'll also change the smoothing here, the percentage. You can see I can put it at 0. We'll control it just enough so it works. It looks okay. And we'll do another bevel here. Would that look okay? Let's see. Oh, and I forgot this isn't mirrored. Alright, let's move this guy down. I'm gonna move... Okay, so I'm gonna have to do some stuff here. I'm gonna move this down. I'm gonna move this down. I'm hitting G twice. We're just kind of smoothing that out for now. Okay, saving it. Feeling good. Okay. So yeah, let's remesh this, and we'll do that. I wish I knew where the menu item is. I love to show where the menu is. Some people don't like to memorize shortcuts. So if I remember, object quadflow remesh. So I'm gonna deduct from this, right? So it's under the object menu, and there should be something called remesh. So the object menu is this right here, object properties. So it should be here, right? Let's see, viewport, visibility, motion paths, instancing, collection. Is it under... Well, if anybody knows where that menu item is, please let me know, because typing... You can always hit F3 to search for any command, but I don't know. Sometimes, you want to know where that thing is. You want to understand. All right, so let's quad remesh this. And see what happens. So save, quad remesh, use symmetry, sure. Preserve sharp, nah. Smooth normals. Let's see what that looks like. Number of faces, 4,000. How many do I have right now? Oh, I have 12,000. So I guess, but that's not all the glasses, is it? All right, let's hit that. I think I might lower that. It looks like somebody crumpled up the glasses. All right, let's undo that. Let's do it again. Let's see if we could do. Let's see how many quads this is or faces this is. It's 266. So let's do 300. Let's see what that looks like. Super ugly. maybe this quad remesh is not doing so hot here. All right, let's go back. What did I have? I had a solidify. Oh well, that was just a thought. And it was a good thought, Ferd. I always forget the quad remesh, and it's actually quad remesh is very useful. I have used it before. And it's good to know. So people out there watching, know that quad remesh exists. You can remesh your stuff into quads. Let me show something that I think people don't know. You can also make things into triangles, right? You can hit Control F and you can hit triangulate faces, and it'll make every quad into a triangle, and then you can reverse that, right, by doing tries to quads, and it'll try to make quads out of all your triangles. It doesn't always do it correctly, but that's another way to like clean up your mesh and stuff, if you guys were interested in that. Okay, so we got solidify, which is good, and then let's do a subsurface and really smooth this out. Oh, we're getting the effect we kind of want, right? Let's see. Is it the solidify? We can. These glasses look creepy now. They look thick. 2 C's. All right, let's go back. Let's see what this guy looks like. Or let's take the guy off. I think this kind of works out. You can kind of see some of the mistakes here, like this back butt. Not that it matters, you can't see it, but let's see if we could smooth this out with simple. Let's see. Oh, it makes everything like super hard, like, which could also work, but like, let's see. They look like they have some texture. Okay, let's go back to quad thingy. Let's take off the base, and let's figure out how to smooth this nose bridge out. But after that, we have to go. We have to move on. Can't spend here. Can't spend a lot of time on this one glasses. Jiraj, good to see you. You take a nap? I hope you slept. Alright, it's fine. We're gonna have to... Or, what if I did the smooth thing? Let's see. Smooth. I think this is gonna have to do. All right. Okay, so let's move on. We got the orbs, we got the little balls here in place. So let's go goggles 1, the little spheres, and then we will put in these silly little things going on here. Not really, cause I was alone in the dorm room. Girlfriend of my buddy came to visit and wait for my buddy, so I kind of stayed awake. Ah, I understand. I'm getting Ragnarok. What is that? Ran Xerox vibes from your set of goggles. I like it. I like it. I'll have to Google what that is, but I like what you're saying. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to select the eyes. Do cursor to selected there, so I can make um a plane. I'm gonna go into edit mode, rotate on the X, scale it down. So let's scale this puppy down. Bring him forward. And then I'm going to do a thing where I do this. I do a snapping onto the face, and we're going to do the closest, project self, whatever, active. So let's see if we can do something here. We can't see what's happening. I'm gonna go to edge mode. There we go. We're looking at it from the front here. Alright, I'm going to do a subsurface. And then I'm going to solidify. Make it thicker. It really shouldn't get that thick. There we go. We're going to do a shade smooth. We're going to put the auto smooth thingy on here. And then we're going to add in some loop cuts here. Oh, we're going to take snapping off. Then we do some loop cuts here. The edge. I'm going to disable or dissolve these edges here. So X, dissolve edges. So this guy, only the middle one's left. Let's bring it out and up. Like that. I'm going to kind of like make these straight. So S, X, 0x, same thing here. Select those two. Scale X, 0, enter. Do the same thing here. Scale X, 0, enter. Same thing here. Scale X, 0, enter. Okay. There we go. We're going to go to edge mode. We're going to bring this down to the middle. Maybe even bring it up. And then bring everything. Scale it down. There we go. Maybe I'll grab this edge here. And this edge here. I'll go into the item mode or the end menu. And put on the crease. I thought that would do the thing I wanted it to do. Is it this? Oh, I guess it's this. There it is. Vertex crease at the ends here. Alright, now I got some decent control. We'll bring it down. I will also do the same here on vertices. I'll do scale X0. Boom. We can bring this out. There we go. We will also center our cursor, because we're going to right click and hit set origin to the center to 3D cursor, because now when we do the mirror modifier, it will work. There it is. We'll bring it over on the X. And now the Y. We'll look at it real close. We'll select the ones that we want here. Grab on the Y. We'll grab this, grab in the Y. Select these guys. And boom. Grab on the Y. Maybe even grab these guys on the Y and bring it down there. Okay. A character from a serial published in Heavy Metal magazine back in the 80s, especially since my master's been blah, blah. Yeah, which series? My man Ferd has read a lot of series. Alright, let's add in another vertex cut here. Just so we have some clear divide here. Alright, and then I'm gonna bring this a little further back, and then maybe scale it up just a little bit. There he goes. Alright, we're gonna have to move on. That's Goggles 1. It's 58 minutes. Took a little longer than I wanted it. The others should be hopefully faster. Alright, let me answer some thing here. Oh man, Kelly, you posted a lot. Let's see what you got here. Alright, so it looks like this is the stuff that Kelly wants to model for Game of Thrones. So I'll pick one of these on Thursday and we'll model it out. This looks pretty simple. Probably easy in geometry nodes too if we wanted to do that. Ah, that building right there, that looks fun. I love me some good old pyramids. Nice, nice. That's good stuff there too. The whole land, it's a lot. These steps. Oh, with the brick on the sides. Okay, okay. Oh, maybe I can do an interior. That'll be a fun thing to do. Put something in there, make the interior. This big old guy here, that's pretty cool too. Put the flag there too. This little city. Yeah, a lot of environment stuff, but that's okay. I want him to work on the toon shader after creating these with GeoNodes. GeoNodes, Kelly, I'm gonna need time for that. I need to learn. All right. Jim, where did you take the reference pictures from, by the way? Jiraj, so this is from a game called Gravity Rush. There was a guy who went through the game data and he was able to extract all the images that existed in the video game. So that includes like all the portraits and stuff of the characters in the game while they're talking. And that's where I got it. I downloaded it from Reddit. Reddit from a guy who got it from the game data. Alright, let's do the next one. Let's see if we can breeze through these a little bit faster. Let's do this guy right here. Alright, let's just build out, let's make another thing here. Goggles 02. Let's make a cube. Let's shrink it down. The shading looks really good in the picture. For sure, yes. That's why I love that game. It's inspired by what Ferd said. It's inspired by, the artists were inspired by Mobius. And Mobius he's like a French, I think his name's like Gerard or Giroud or something. He made a lot of very colorful, nice artworks, and if you want to look at them, just type in Moebius, Moebius, like how Ferd wrote it. But he made a very popular series called In Cal, and he made some other ones, Edna. But yeah, there's a lot of people are inspired by Moebius, and I think In Cal got approved for a movie. I think Taika Waititi is going to do it. So exciting times for anybody who likes that comic. I have not read the comic. I mostly look at Moebius for the art. I don't read the stories. But maybe I should, huh? All right, let's build out the basic cube here that we need to make this work. But yeah, Jiraj, definitely look up Moebius stuff. He's great. I love him. Love the colors. Love the colors. There was another cool movie done by a comic book artist who was published in heavy metal. And speaking of heavy metal, Jiraj, look at that stuff. There's a lot of fun drawings in the heavy metal magazine. That's a cultural icon, stepping stone, or whatever. There was another. Oh yeah, you said that. Okay. Okay. Let's block this out. So it looks like it goes all the way to the sides of his head. So let's scale that up to the sides of his head. Just so we have enough to the ears. There you go. All right. So let's do this. Let's figure out how to do this in multiple ways. We're gonna Inky Belai. I'll post the IMDb on the Discord chat. Yes. Gotta check it out. I gotta check it out. All right. So it looks like it goes right on the bridge of the nose there. We're gonna be able to get it out through the ears. What's interesting about this is that it looks like it's perfectly the size of his head. So this head's a little differently shaped, so we may have to do some fiddling around to make that work. So let's do this a couple ways. Let's do this with a subsurface. We'll right click smooth. We'll do this. I'm gonna get the center here. I'm gonna erase this face on the side. Oh, and also all this too. Because I'm gonna use a mirror modifier. So let's me do that. Mirror. Clipping. Okay. Now let's see about box modeling with some subsurface division here. Alright. Let's see what happens if we bevel this. Alright, that's kind of cool. Kind of adds in, kind of looks like an Oculus. I really much prefer European comics over North American ones. Understandable. I'm sure you love the Alan Moores. That doesn't mean the comics are bad. No, but definitely American comics have a certain style and look. In the mainstream, you can find really good, not samey type of comic books and stuff. All right, so instead of subdividing that, I think I'm gonna do a crease. Divide this a second time. Nah, man, you gotta read Stray Toasters. What's that one about? I gotta check. I gotta Google it. All right, let me mess around with some of these settings here. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna subdivide this so it goes right up to the edge. I may do this a different way. I don't like how this is turning out. We're gonna do this on the Y. Let's extrude this guy out. These are gonna be much bigger than, cause it's just purely on the size of his head. Like, it looks kind of ridiculous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it down the middle here, and I'm just gonna erase this face, this face, this face, the other face, and I'm gonna just start putting a faces here. Oops. There we go with the face. Oh my god, did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. Face. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Face. Alright. We'll get this line here. I may do this a different way, guys. This is looking a little jank. But that's okay. It's a learning experience. It's so might this be an instance where booleans might help for the face contouring? Yes, but I hate booleans. And I only hate booleans because they make n-gons, and when n-gons happen, I can't do bevels and I can't do so much stuff, and I have to really go into that nitty-gritty. But yes, possibly a boolean will work. I don't like messing with booleans. Maybe I'm scared. Maybe I'm not doing well. And yes, the face is contouring. It looks like it's like shaped out like this. But we're gonna conform it to his face. What if this was a game character? What if this was a game character that needed to look this way? You know, I gotta solve problems. And I also might just do this in a different way right now. Boolean's been getting a bad rap for so long. Hey man, Ferd, you try doing some booleans. Do some booleans, and then I'm gonna tell you like, oh, can we make it smoother? And I'd like to see you make it look smoother without any of it breaking. Or bevel it without any of it breaking. Booleans just ends up making things go manual a lot of the time. Well, if it doesn't ever take his goggles off, then the whole time they could just clip to his skull. Yeah, it just attaches to his skull here. But yes, I would definitely learn how to use booleans. There's definitely a way. I'm being a baby about it right now. Don't listen to me. There's definitely add-ons like the hard ops add-on that really not fixes, but it helps mitigate a lot of those issues and stuff. I just hate using it. All right, let's try round 2. Let me try something different here. All right, let's start with a plane. Yes, absolutely. I think that's what that add-on does. The hard ops, it does a lot of those very specific steps that you should be doing when doing booleans. Yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. Like I said, it's just booleans are just one of those things that, like, I'm working on something, let's say for a client, and then I start using booleans, and it starts to complicate my whole project. Um, and it feels like I'm running in circles, and then the deadline's coming. But yeah, if I'm doing it on my own, especially not on a live stream, I would play with booleans a bit more. But gee whiz, maybe I'm scared. Yeah, I'm trying to decide at which point using shrink wrap would be used. Yeah, yeah, the shrink wrap, like I said, like we were talking about earlier, I think the shrink wrap um is something that you use and then you tweak afterwards, cuz it's never given me a perfect result. Like never. Everything always needs a ton of tweaking. All right, we're gonna add in some creative freedom here, and we're gonna make them taper into the face. And that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make these into faces, and this is a silly way of doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm gonna hit faces, go to edge mode. I'm gonna select these guys, hit F, go to line mode, and we'll just fill this in. And that's how we're gonna do it. Oh, and I didn't do it on this side. Let me isolate this. Delete the face. Select the 4 that I need. Hit F. Go to line mode. There we go. Alright, we're getting some creative freedom here, because we're just gonna cut into it. Alright, so let me select these guys. Honestly, let me just cut this in half. And just mirror it like a sane person. Okay, there you go. Alright. Alright, we're grabbing the whole thing. We're bringing it over on the Y a little bit more. Nope. Extrude. Alright, some creative freedom here. We're going to make it go to the sides of his face. Because I'm tired of dealing with it. What's interesting here, once again, our faces are different, right? Like, it looks like it doesn't even look like it rests on it just looks like it rests right on the top of his ear, right there. And this guy's ears are a little low. Maybe it's just me. Alright. Let's just do a little cut here in the middle. And I'm going to select the faces. Alright, let me isolate this. Let me hit it. Oopsies. Hit an F here. Okay, that worked out. Let's select these faces. I'm just trying to make the topology work. So I'm adding in loop cuts. And I guess until it makes sense. Let's see, 4. And then we'll just do it here since we won't be able to see it. There we go. Okay. We're taking a lot of creative freedoms here. We're not going to do it exactly. After I said that we should follow the rules. Alright. What happens if we put a subsurface on this? Would that look cool? It'll definitely round it out. I guess it looks okay. Rules are for nerds. I agree. Until I need them. Alright, I'm gonna select just the outside here by using boundary loop here and then creasing it. That's gonna give me the crease that I need. But we can keep this round, which is kinda nice. Alright, and then what's unfortunate here is it would be so cool to bevel this and it not break. All that bevel talking. Look at that. Ugly. If we put some more stuff here, we may have to call it. We're gonna have to move forward. This stream would be hours and hours long, so maybe not call it, but like you gotta cut your losses, you know, you gotta move forward. Okay, so let me close this hole here. And then try to make the holes in the front, then move on to the next pair of glasses. Alright, we're just gonna make an end gone face here. Nobody can see this, right? So let's just choose all the faces. Hit F. Crease it. And just call it a day. Okay. This is the stream I've had the most sacrifices on. Maybe I shouldn't have thought about doing 3 glasses. Alright, what if we brought it down just a little bit, just so it reaches the ears? Okay, it reaches the ears. Okay, so let's fix the edge here, and then let's move on with our life. By edge, I just mean this end here. I'm gonna hit oopsies. I'm gonna hit F. No, E, I'm sorry. Maybe scale it down. I don't know, so it feels like it has some sort of intention. What if we bevel this? Would that be cool? I don't know. Maybe it has intention. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, let's keep on trucking. Let's make the holes in the front. And the way I'm going to make the holes in the front is by cutting it like this. Control R, making a hole right here. Let me remember all the numbers. So I'm going to loop cut it, and then I'm going to bevel it. Let's see, 0.004, 0.005, 0.005. Let's do that. Same thing for the bottom. Bevel 0.005. There. And let's see if this works here. Select the faces. Shrink them in. Hold on. Extrude along normals. Crease them. And then crease the edges too. Oops, wrong one. Alright, they're circular, which is just not what I want. Is that a matter of just loop cupping here? Yes, it is. Okay. Alright, let's make sure we do this. Crease it. Alright. We'll cut it to the edge there. There we go. See if we can use another matte cap. Alright. So now the only issue is that it's cutting through his nose. Conflare it. I think we are going to need some more face here. So I'm going to select all these. All the front facing. And just move it forward. Maybe just a little bit. We'll select the inside faces here. And we'll move those a little forward. And we'll make them black or something. We'll make them stick out instead, so they look like laser beams. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. Maybe not. The nose is getting in the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna make them black, and then you won't be able to see the nose, and that's how we'll cheat this. Because technically, these should just be holes, right? These should just be holes, and they're gonna be black. So right now, there's an issue on the nose, but hey man, can I ask you a quick question? Gratian Lester, you may ask me a question. I finished these classes. We're going to move on to the next ones. But I can take a little break. Let me do a little stretch break here. Everybody, get off from your computers. Do a little stretch. And, Gratian, ask your question. I'm ready. I'm ready for your question. Thiru Vasu, subscribe. Thank you. I don't know, when people subscribe, it shows it at the bottom there. But I don't know if they're like watching this video or if like they're just subscribing from like a different video or something. Okay. Anyway, yes, ask your question. I am ready. Ready spaghetti. Let me do some tweaks on here while I wait for your question to come through. All right, Grayson says, I was watching you stream a while ago and you created like a pipe-like object from a curve. I think you had a plane and deleted one edge, then turned that into a curve and that into a mesh. Essentially looking for a way to make wires. Okay. All right, Grayson. So I think I know what you're talking about. I'm going to make a new scene here. New scene. We'll call this chat. Now we'll call this chat. And we'll put your name on it. So I remember who asked this. Grayson. There it is. Okay. So you were saying that I was watching a stream a while ago and I created a pipe-like object from a curve. I think you had a plane and deleted one edge and turned that into a curve and that into a mesh. Okay, so to make curves and stuff like that, you can always hit Shift A, go to curve. Right, you can make a circle here. Under these options, under geometry, under depth, that's what you add the thickness in here. While it's a curve, right, so you can see that this is a curve because this little line here indicates that it's a curve. You also have these curve options. So while you're in this mode, it's technically not a mesh. It is a curve. And this stuff is being like interpolated. Like if I right click and hit shade flat, you could see that it's interpolating it, and you can see that you can make this have even more resolution. So you can add resolution here. So I can add 1. It makes it basically a square. You can add the resolution around, and you can also add the resolution circular. Right click, hit smooth. And then the trick to make this into an actual mesh would be to like right click and then do convert to mesh, and now you have a mesh that you can actually select the points and move around, right? So then what you're talking about, what I did probably, I'm not entirely sure, was let's say I had a cylinder, and I did a bunch of loop cuts on it, and I wanted to put a pipe around this circle here. What I did was I went to edge mode. You could do it in vertice mode. I selected an edge by holding Alt. So holding Alt and clicking selects the whole loop, right? And then I hit D for duplicate. So Shift D. Now I have this floating up. I right click so it goes back to where it was. I hit Control P. I'm sorry, Alt P. No, hold on. Just P. Just P. You hit P. And then it's a separate function, and you can separate by selection. This is the selection. So once you select it, hit separate by selection, you'll see that you have a second one here. Now I have this edge, but this is a mesh, right? Like I can click on this and, you know, whatever, move it around. You can right click and convert this into a curve, and then now you have the curve options again. And then from here under geometry, you can hit, what is it, extrude? Nope. Depth. You can do depth, and you can add in the thickness here. You can right click. You can sorry, I messed that up. You can right click smooth. There it is. There's your mesh. But you know this. The thing is about this is that it has a bunch of points here, right? So maybe I deleted it and didn't like it, because with all these points, you know, if you like compare it to a circle here. You see that this, oops, not a circle, a curve circle. You can see that this curve has only 4 points. and then you can control these, right? While when I did it from the mesh, it used every single point. So all these are individual like lines and stuff. So like a way to fix this, like if you're doing it from a mesh, is you select it all, and then you go to check or deselect, hit X and put dissolve vertices, and I'll do it again. Let's see, select, check or deselect, check or deselect, dissolve, and then you start like dissolving these edges. You can see that there's like these weird angles on them, so you have to hit F and hit this is to set the handle. So if you look at this, if you look at the circle that's actually a curve, you can see it has these handles. You can always convert these into those handles. So if you select those, hit V, go to automatic, or is it vector? Alright, now that's not working. Anyway, hopefully that answered your question. You said convert to curve, then adding depth was what I was looking for. Thank you, mate. Great. So I'm glad I answered your question. And thanks for asking it. Alright. Alright, so let's go into the second. Let's go to the third glasses. So let's see what those are. Alright, so basically the same thing. We're going to have the same issues that we had with these glasses. So let's see if we can plow through these as quick as possible. Alright, so these guys. If you don't mind using add-on, Cableator is a neat, and Bagpipe has a pipe generator. Yes, yes. I double what Ferd said. If you don't mind using add-ons, use those. Those are good. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so let's make a third collection. Let's add in a mesh on here. Rotate on the X. Grab, shrink. Grab it up. Right click. Vertices. Add in a mirror modifier. Do the curves. Alright, let's move these guys where they need to go. Let's see here. Most likely possible with geometry nodes. For sure. Geometry nodes is so popular. So popular. People are very excited about them geometry nodes. Oopsies. Anything is possible on geometry nodes. Oh my god, did I make another face here? I'm looking forward to the physics node that I think will eventually replace the current particle system. Yes, the particle system is like the last thing that they have yet to update. That's like the final frontier for geometry nodes. I wonder how they handle Boids. Hopefully well. Probably well. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get deeper into geometry nodes. The thing is about geometry nodes is that I think a lot of people dive into them thinking that they can skip understanding how modeling works. But you have to have some basis of understanding of the modeling stuff, or else you're just connecting nodes together, and you don't know what you're doing. There's a bit of theory you have to know with geometry nodes, and that's what I see. Like, you know, people asking me to do geometry nodes, which I will eventually. And you know, obviously Blender's going geometry nodes, and I love geometry nodes, but I don't know. It's kind of like sometimes people are like, I feel like some people are just trying to skip things, like skip learning things to and just use geometry nodes. Yeah, it's definitely like cooking or like baking and stuff. It's kind of like, oh, you know, I want to build. Yeah, you're gonna handle the knife. Yeah, I would use a different metaphor because geometry nodes is like more complicated. So it's like, so you're right. It is like cooking, and anybody can do it and everything like that. But for me, I think a better example is like, oh, you know, I want to like paint the Mona Lisa, or you know, build an engine. It's like, all right, cool. So you have to understand how like gears work and like the combustion part and some math and physics. Oh, I don't. That's hard. I don't want to learn all that. It's like, well, yeah, well, you have to understand how some of this stuff works, or else you're just following a tutorial, uh, to like make stuff and stuff. And a lot of people are getting excited about geometry node, and you know, there's so many tutorials out there. There's so many people can learn. Like, oh, I want geometry node tutorials. It's not like you can't look them up, you know. And yes, it is definitely about how you combine all the blocks, but you also have to understand what all the blocks do. And there's also a certain way of thinking. This happened to me when I was learning Houdini. Like when I was learning Houdini, I had to literally read the manual and learn about a lot of like computer graphic stuff to like understand what these blocks that I'm just throwing together are doing and be able to explore and, you know, do stuff or whatever. Anyway, sounds like I'm like ranting on like geometry nodes users and stuff. It's just very popular, and everybody wants to learn it, but I feel like some people don't realize. Nah, never mind. I sound like gatekeepy. I'm gonna learn geometry nodes, and I will demystify it. There's plenty out there. Default Cube is really good with geometry nodes. There's this guy called Max Edge. He's really good with geometry nodes. Man, there's so many geometry nodes. That's like the content to make for Blender right now. Alright, let me do some auto smooth there. See what this looks like real quick. Let me bring this out a little bit there. Like all the sauces are derived from mother and daughter sauces, add other stuff, and it changes the recipe. Sure, sure, sure. But like I said, I want to extend your cooking metaphors. Like, yes, everything comes from a mother sauce, but then you have to understand how like the the spice level and the savory are mixing with the different types of sauces, what the sauces, the types that they go into, what vinegar is so you can understand on how to play with the vinegar, what types of different vinegar to use, what type. Like there's yes, it is like cooking, but there's a lot of little things in there too. Like I said, geometry nodes are fun. I think everybody should learn them. I'm learning them. Check out Sam Bowman too, though he does more procedural texturing. That's great too. There's a lot of people. When I used to learn Houdini, it was so few tutorials, and sometimes I would want something like procedural texturing, and it just wouldn't be a thing. Okay, what am I doing here? Before I got into my stuff here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this goggles 3. I'm gonna duplicate this guy. Oh nope, not that guy. The glasses, and put it in scraps. Okay, because I'm going to apply all this by hitting right click, convert to mesh. Alright, we got our mesh. It even made it into a cube space. That worked out. Look at that. Happy me. Alright, let's see if we can make it go through the contours of the face. And yeah, default cube in CG Matter is pretty good. Plus, he's funny. Yes. So yeah, so every time somebody tells me to do geometry nodes, I'm pretty sure that chap studied math heavily. Yeah, and like I said, for geometry nodes to be like really good and use that stuff, you have to understand dot product. Like that's how you get the real fun stuff, when you understand like those equations and stuff, which is like boring, right? It's like I think the best metaphor I have is like I want to be an astronaut. It's like, all right, cool. So you need a 4-year degree in STEM, and you have to understand some sort of like engineering and science. Like, that's hard. I just want to go to space. It's like, yeah, you're not going to space without learning some of that stuff. And see, once again, that sounds like gatekeepy. Like I'm trying to say it's like impossible. It's not impossible, but yes. let me do something here. Let me select this edge here. I'm gonna hit assign group. I'm gonna call this top edge. There we go. We'll bring this back. Josh says, one more question about the game. The pictures are what actual game looks like, or is it specific still image artwork in the game? So these are images, artworks in the game. So like they tell the story through like these comic book type of panels. So these are all the character panels when they're talking. They have different images. They also have comics stuff. Let's see if I can share some of it. Here's some of it, right? Let's see if I can show it. So these are all like the game assets that I was able to get, and they use a comic book type of like sequence stuff to tell the story within it. And a lot of these are inspired by Mobius. The game itself is kind of like a cell shaded look, but the architecture and the props and stuff, that's inspired by Mobius and stuff. But yeah, this is basically it. Some of this stuff is so beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. It's amazing. I love it. Haha, that astronaut thing reminds me of all the little stories where the person tells the little girl all the things they need to know, and the girl's like, okay, that's just 5 things. I'm paraphrasing. Yes, that's great. And that's an excellent attitude to have. Excellent. Once again, that's why I keep catching myself, because it feels like I'm being like gatekeeping. That's not at all what I want to say. What I want to, I guess the end point I'm trying to make about geometry nodes is that there's a learning curve, and you know, there's a lot of tutorials out there to help you. But I guess that's with anything, right? Like, what am I even saying when I say that? There's a learning curve. Like, yes, Grease Monkey, everything has a learning curve. I'm like, okay. But that's not wrong. As in, like, yes, you should be like that little girl. Oh my god. And then vertex edge. We'll project. Positive, negative. Only on the Y. Yes, yes. The thing is to take discrete steps and to build that as a whole. Absolutely. I guess what the way I really want to start saying this stuff is go for it. And if you get discouraged, just take a step back, take a day, and go back to it. Because it's going to feel like you're not making any progress, but you're just going to keep getting on it, keep breaking it down into discrete steps, and you'll have it in no time. Oh, I see what's happening here. Let me take off this shrink wrap. Alright, I'm going to put this X-ray mode on. And I'm going to select the center here. And I'm going to grab it. Okay. How can I make this conform to the face without using shrink wrap? Cause shrink wrap looks weird. Like let me try it again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the edge. Jiraj, are you learning geometry nodes? How's your journey been? How has your geometry nodes journey been? Control G, assign. Let's try the shrink wrap again. These look like goggles. Interesting look here. Yeah, I'm trying to. Definitely, it's a lot of demystifying for me than it used to be, but it's exactly as you said. Step by step, little by little. Yes. Do not be discouraged. Oh yeah. I don't know if you know this guy, Jiraj. Let me put his YouTube channel. He made stuff that I wanted to make on geometry nodes. Definitely check out this guy's videos. I think that guy makes excellent because I see a lot of geometry nodes, but I think he makes geometry nodes where I'm like, yeah, that's an effect. That's cool. I'd use that. I'd use this. My favorite ones are like the ripping one, the cloud one's pretty cool, the mystique thing, the snow, the lightning. Honestly, all of it's pretty good. The breaking one, like, hold on, let me see. This one in particular, he explains the math behind it, and I think it's very useful for that stuff. Basically, the idea is I want to generate planks along a curve with custom count of planks and also rails on the side, all following the curve. That's a great project. I want that. George, if you figure that out, send it my way. All right, let's see how this looks. Yeah, I wanna see it when it's ready. When it's ready, of course. All right. Never has to be finished. You just have to get close. That's how most of my projects are. All right, I'm gonna apply this modifier. uh. Oh, understandable. All right. I'm going to select everything on the inside of this loop here. So select loops, inner region. And I'm going to smooth these guys out. Except I'm going to deselect the edge loops, because I don't want to smooth any of the lines that are connected to his face. I think these are working out just fine. So right click. No, Control V. Oh my god, I have to take these off too. We'll get all these off. All these off. Let me hit C and then hit middle mouse click. We could just paint these away. Much easier than clicking all of them. There it is. Okay. Control V. Now we can smooth these guys out. Hit Shift R. Just smooth everything a bunch. You know, just to make them like his glasses. Okay. There we go. Alright, and then I'm gonna do a loop cut here. And then I'm gonna go on the side and straighten this out by hitting, taking off proportional editing. SX0. No, that's not what I wanted to do. No, Y. There we go. There we go. Now I got a nice little loop cut here where I can select how far we're going here. Alright. One side note of geometry, geonodes, I like the idea of using snapping to grid as Irondale does to keep the nodes nice and organized, but I find it super annoying that it also activates snapping for 3D viewport. Does it? I didn't know that. I didn't know it activates also for the port, the 3D viewport. Alright, I think we're getting somewhere here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to Kev, I've seen Kev does some neat geo stuff with uh, facades and the like. I feel you could probably adapt that to your bridge idea. Yeah, it is like auto keying button. If you have it on for your grease pencil drawing, it also on for the 3D animation. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, let me do something here. I'm gonna snap the vertice. may have gone about this the wrong way. Okay. Feel like I'm wasting my time. So let me delete these vertices. Keep. All right. Let me delete these guys. Yeah, I think I went about this the wrong way. All right. Also seen a similar video where fencing procedurally conforms to the landscape. Another useful one too. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, I'm gonna do a snapping to the face. Grab Y, and I'm just gonna do it manually here. What the heck is that? GY, 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 GY. Here we go. We're snapping. What's happening here? Alright, let's bring these, take snapping off. Alright, we're gonna, it looks like I can do this correctly by doing a mirror. Wasting my time here. So much time wasting I've done in the stream. Okay, mirror. Clipping. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know if we talked about it. Have you guys seen The Batman? The Batman? Because I have, and I like it. Some good stuff. 'Twas enjoyable. There we go. Yes. It is pretty good. It is, and this is maybe just a me thing, 3 hours long. And I just think that that's a long time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just, it's a long time. It's a long time to spend. It's my only gripe with that movie. I'm like, do I have to be here for 3 hours? Really? Really, really? Oh yeah, is Dune? I didn't even know Dune. Yeah, Dune's 3 hours, huh? Maybe, but it doesn't let up the whole time. Yeah, it's good. Not saying it's not bad. I'm just saying that it's 3 hours. That's my only issue. Other than that, everything good. I like it. I like it a lot. Honestly. Dune really needs to be read to be appreciated. Yeah, the story, the spice. The spice. Can we all just talk about the spice? Can we all talk about the seasoning, please? Now let's see what happens if we do a solidify or subsurface. I mean, do a couple of these. Yes, yes. Dune's a long book, right? Like that's no joke either, right? It's not a huge. It's no. It's a huge book series. Oh man. Oh man. All right. There's something I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna select all these faces. And these. Duplicate it. Separate. Convert to mesh. Selection. Right click, convert to tubes. There we go. We'll add in shade smooth. Shade smooth. Bring this over to the back. Take off snapping. All right. It's a huge book series. The movie only really covers a part of the first book. I watched all the cinematic versions of the movie, the 80s one, the sci-fi one, and now the Denis Villeneuve version. And do you like the newest one? Is it a good one? Would you say it's the best one to have come out? All right. Let's do some beveling here. I'm going to duplicate these goggles, put it into scraps. See if I can bevel this and it not look dumb. Oh, let me apply everything. Each has a strength and weakness. I guess as to be expected. I like them all, really? Okay, okay. The first one really sticks with me. The spice. Let's see if I can make this look decent. I guess this is where the bull will look good, but let's see. Could I? The sci-fi later sci-fi channel one had a lower production value, but seemed to be closer to the books. Okay, okay. There's a couple things I want to fix here. Like this. We're gonna choose these lines. This one and this one. Selection. Shortest path. There you go. Select X. Flatten this out. Let's see. How am I gonna tackle making this? Well, let me fix a couple things here. Like these faces. Scale X, Y, flat. Now they're flat. And we'll move these along. There we go. You say first says, cause the one with the mini series and could pad the story out over many hours. Cool. I kind of liked it though. There is a massive 3 or 4 hour cut of the original film on YouTube, but I haven't watched it the whole way. Dang, 4 hours. Is that like the longest movie you? What's the longest movie you've ever seen? Does it reach 4 hours? I tried to watch kind of unrelated note of like how long things are. I tried watching the Justice League, but like the Snyder Cut. Man, that movie's so long. I watched it. I didn't watch. I didn't finish it. So something has to be really good for me to be like, let me dedicate all this time to it. You know. Oh, the Lord of the Rings Extended Cut. I think if you watch each one, right, it's like 12 hours. I want my 3 hours back. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. All right, so I'm gonna do something here. Let's see if I can. I'm just gonna grab these faces. Well, I'm gonna duplicate this, bring it into scraps again. I'm going to select the edges and do a select inner bounds because I'm going to. Actually, I'm just gonna select the outer bounds, hit V. Now this should be separated, right? And then I'm gonna separate it there because I'm gonna use a boolean. We're just gonna bite the old bulletino here. Alright, let's see about making a boolean. What about Watchmen? Have you guys seen it? Yes, the movie is the series. The movie and the series. I've only seen the movie. I liked the movie. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I also read the comic book series like a long time ago. But I mean, yeah. I watched it a long time ago. Alright, let's see. We're gonna move this here. Alright, let's cut this the right way. We're gonna do the face, and we're gonna use booleans. After all that crap I talked about them, huh? After all that crap. Alright, let me do one at a time. We're gonna do it from origin. There we go. No. Alright, from 3D cursor. There it is. Alright, let's do. Let's do 17. Let's do 17 degrees. There we go. Rotate -17. There we go. Alright. We're cutting through. We're using booleans. The movie and the series, honestly, shit, yep. Cool, gotta look that into that too. It was a miniseries in 2019. Yes, I hear it's really good. It's really good. It was like on HBO or something, right? Alright, is there a shortcut for the boolean? Let's see. I thought that was a shortcut for booleans. Alright, let's add in a boolean. Let's put the object. Let's make the boolean part invisible. That's funny. Alright, god dang booleans. God dang it. Alright, difference. There it is. Alright, there's my booleans. Looking fine. We'll put in a solidifier. We'll call it a day. Because we have to call it a day. There we go. What is beyond this? Hold on. What is this guy? What's happening here? Make this invisible. Oh, it's selecting everything? Jesus. No, I just want to erase this malarkey. So let me do this. Let me select all these guys. Look at all this malarkey. Okay, select that. Select, loop, inner, delete, faces. Now we can see him. Creepy. Also, I guess we could just close this up, right? We'll hit F, go to edge mode, hit F, and we'll close it all around. For no particular reason, just for the sake of closing it. Okay, now let's bring back our bool. There we go. Now we can creepily see through his nose of the bridge. Thank you, Fred. It looks decent. Looks the decent. Alright. Let's see if I can... Is there an easy way to convert curves into NURBS? Is that a thing? Does that happen? Does that happen in Blender? Is there an option here? Let's see. I think there should be. I looked for it. I'm looking for it now. I don't know if I feel NURBS has been neglected for too long. Agreed. Cause look, I have these curves. I have this curve that was converted from a mesh, but it doesn't have any handles, and that's not good, right? I want my handles. So how do I get my handles back? I can hit V and hit vector. Doesn't bring my handles back. Where are my handles? This is an issue I need figured out. I do this all the time, and this is something I've always had to deal with. Where are my handles? Bring back handles, please. And what's crazy is that if I make my curve 2D and then 3D, it disappears. What happens? Let's see. 2D. 3D. And it's gone. Oh, it goes down here? What is this? What happened? Why did my curve go down there? It doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. Why does it do this? Let's see, is it under active spline, cyclic, shape? Is it in the menus? Is it in any of these menus? Yeah, this is something that I've come across so many times, Jiraj, and I've never brought it up. But it's something that I deal with. Like where are my handles? Once again, this is after I convert it. So let's see if it's under here somewhere. Transform, mirror, snap, nope, split, toggle cyclic, set spline. Oh, here it is. Set spline type. I think I found it. Base A. There it is. There it is. Set spline to NURBS. Yes. Yes. Top left menu, curve type. For sure, spline type. Oh my god, we did it. We did it together. So now what I'm gonna do is, I'm silly. I just been doing things the wrong way the whole time. the wrong way the whole time. I'm going to set it to automatic. I'm going to do my checker deselect. I'm going to dissolve the vertices. And I'm going to just freaking minimize this. Checker deselect. Oh my god. Come on. Checker deselect. Erase. There we go. That's how we do it. That's looking better. We're going to get all these guys. We're going to actually scale them on the y-axis 0. So it's one sharp line. There we go. It's like a rubber band. We'll bring it over. There we go. Is there something weird going on here? Oh, there is. We'll do that. We got thickness. Well. Oh, man. Oh, man. We're at 2 hours and 24 minutes. We're gonna have to start calling it. There's so much to do in these glasses, and I just don't have the time. I have relaxation scheduled. It is scheduled. We're gonna just make some of these goggles and call it a day. Okay. Alright, so since it's the last 30 minutes of this stream, I will do that. So let's do that. Can this bool go away? We don't want to see any of that. Okay. Okay. Let's just start coloring things. It don't matter. We got no time. We got no time. Alright, let's go to the asset manager. Asset browser. Go to materials. And let's start coloring this fool. So first thing I want to do, as usual, is I don't want the background to be affecting my object. $90. Let's go back to our image. Let's do, what is it, a mix node? And let's put in light paths. Alt H, no, Control H. Control H to hide all the slot stuff. And let's add in a color ramp. And continue on with our live. There we go, change the hue bit. Okay. Oh man. Alright, now we can start coloring some stuff. Okay, so what are we doing? Asset browser. Bam, bam. Let's go back to our image and let's just copy everything to it. So this guy, goggles with this guy, goggles. Alright. We may just make this black on the inside because just so it'll make sense. Okay. So let's do that by let's isolate this, go in here. Select the loop, duplicate it, bring it in, hit F, shrink it down a little bit. Making a second material. Oops. Make a second material. Oop. Make a second material. Just call it doing emissions black. And then we'll color that black. Oh yeah, and then we have to separate this. And then take off the bool modifier. And then I guess bring it in as close as we can. And then on isolate, think we'll have to go into here and make these black as well, just for the sake of this. New material, this, assign. Maybe this is not the right way of doing this, but we'll have to deal. Alright, so we'll have to go into this bool. Can we choose? Can we choose the material of the solidify? We can. There it is. Okay. I think we're solid here. Except here. What is happening here? Is it because this is not big enough? There it is. Okay. Alright, we're saving it. We'll keep on going. Oh, George, I just saw your bridge thing. It looks cool. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Let's keep it trucking here. We'll call this goggles 3. Hit save. So how's you got a new project going on? You said it's sci-fi based? Is that like another video or another, storyboard that you have to make? It still breaks on rotating the handles, but on the sides, but I'll figure it out, hopefully. I think you will. Alright, let's see. Let's pick some of these colors. See that? Our darkest red will be over here somewhere. We'll take off this. There. And then that mid-tone maybe here. Alright. Alright, let's see about these lights. We're gonna make it less powerful, maybe like 500. Bring it in close. Yeah, it's going to be a 7-minute animated short film. Currently, we have the animatic finished, but by the end of the semester, currently we have to have the animatic finished by the end of the semester, but I haven't finalized the script yet. Try not to stress about it. Oh, man. That seems like stressful stuff. Okay. I'm sure you'll get it done, just like you did your other project, right? You got it. Alright, I'm subdividing this. I think it looks cooler if it's rounded out like this. So far, I can say it's gonna be about the guy fighting his addiction to virtual reality. Oh man, that's some futuristic problems right there. But honestly, currently the script is somehow missing this point, so that's why I gotta rewrite it. For sure. Sounds fun though. Sounds enjoyable. George, have you seen Strange Days or Existence? Strange Days is pretty good. That's a good one. I second Strange Days. That movie's a little long too. Alright, let's mess with some of this stuff here. Alright. Change some of these colors. Now let's add some texture to it. Nope, to the front one. There we go. Nope, I haven't actually heard of it. I mean, the 1995 version, what's it about? Yo, Strange Days is about like being able to put on like a VR headset and being able to experience the what is it? Is it the memories, Ferd? The memories of somebody. And in the movies, what they do is that they imagine like you exchange like VHS tapes or like that sounds old. Imagine you exchange videos with each other, and they're actually snuff films. So you get like these snuff films and you put them into the headset that makes you feel what the person was feeling. So you get to experience dying multiple times, and it's like about solving a murder, right? Something like that. It was interesting. All right. IMD pasted it to Discord. Oof, that's a tough concept to handle. Yeah, it is pretty heavy. I don't know about the other one though. I don't know about the other one. The other one may be nicer. Hot, you remembered it far better than I did. Yeah, it was like I said, very interesting concept and stuff. Very interesting stuff. Thanks for it. I would definitely check that out too. We're gonna call this base. Base. And now let's mess with some of this stuff here. Looking so cool. There's some wonkiness with the Boolean. The Boolean comes to strike me again. I hate Booleans. I'm just kidding. I don't hate Booleans. Booleans are fine. I went to school with Booleans. We sat in the back of class together. We used to do all sorts of modifiers. Bad modifiers. Once we went to class 3.10, woo! What the hell am I talking about? Alright, so let's see if we can... I don't want to spend a lot of time in this. Let's see if I can fix this goggle issue here. This shading issue. So I'm going to duplicate this shading. Bring that to scraps. Select the one that I can see. And we're going to do a couple of things here. What if we got the cube and we modified it? That does not fix my issue. Let's get rid of this cube. Not get rid of it, but let's just apply the Boolean stuff on here. We'll take off the subsurf for now. And we'll take off the solidify. I will convert it to mesh. So now this is its own mesh. Now let's do the solidify. Alright, and now let's do the subsurf. Subsurf it a couple times here. Still causing me some issues. God dang it. I just don't think there's a way to fix them, because that's just the nature of this cut here. Well, I guess I can tweak a little bit of it. Let's look at this real close up here. Alright, I'm gonna dissolve this vertex. Let's see if I can clean up some of it. And see, and this is why when I use booleans they upset me. Cause like the shading's all wrong here. And it's upsetting. But I needed to use the boolean for this to work. But I hate it. Okay. I'm just complaining, guys. I'm just complaining. Looks kind of intentional. Sure. Looks intentional enough. Okay, is this little curve? Can we make it thicker? Oh, look at that. Alright, let's fix the coloring on this guy. Right here. Let's bring this down real thin. Bring that guy in. There we go. Very cool. I like it fine. I like it fine, mostly because I want to be done with this. So, not done, but I just need to move on. I got other things I got bigger fish to fry. Alright, also, let's see if we duplicate the light over here for the left. We got 100. Oh my god, that is way too... This is way too much. Let's bring it here. On the X. Let's bring this down to 10. Bring it in closer. Alright. I think we'll call this one Complete Rooney. Well, this particular goggles, because we gotta move forward. We gotta go on. Life must go on. Despite the little jankiness of the cut there, because of the booleans. Alright, so let's keep going. That's goggles 3. Let's go back to goggles 2. And this should be relatively easy since it's only in one part. Okay. All right. We got our cool looking guy here. We'll take off. All right, let me just duplicate this. We'll call this goggles 2. And we're gonna have to figure out a way to make this look cool. Looking rad. Alright, let's make another one. Another material. We'll make the dark material because we're gonna make the inside dark. We may have to apply some of this stuff too. So let's just select all this. Assign. What the heck? There it is. Alright, cool. Got them shades going. Looking good. Okay, so for this guy, we gotta fix a couple things here. Let's fix all the colors. So let's figure out some of these colors here. We got white. We got orange. We got a deeper orange. A deeper orange. And then we got the darkest of orange. Alright, let's make this one a little darker. This one a little darker. Very subtle stuff there. Alright, and now let's mess with some of these settings. Let's look at it from the front view. There we go. Very cool. I think I might make the sides its own material since it's not working the way I want it to right now. So let's call this .000. Let's make a new material, do the .002, duplicate it, assign, and then let's see about messing with this. There you go. And the third color. Alright, let's select these. Forgot to do them too. There it is. These are looking rad. Rad-a-rooney. Super rad. bring these highlights maybe further down. There we go. Alright, and let's do some more breakup here. Maybe there we go. Alright, let's bring these glasses just a little smidge forward. These glasses are looking hilarious. Let's see if we added a bevel modifier. Would that help catch the edge here? What if I put the bevel before? Yes, beautiful. Much better. We'll do the bevel real small. I put the angle super steep so even the bottom catches it. I think it makes it look kind of cool. Kind of cool. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. Okay. Alright, for this bevel, I may just do it only on the edges I want. I should be able to choose the vertex group, right? Let's see. Bevel. Honestly, the percentage is looking really good. Dang, looking. Shading. Oh man. Uh-oh. Please don't crash Blender. Please don't. Okay, good. Alright. So we're gonna save. We're gonna go to bevel. Okay, gotta go. Still some fork to do. I assume you mean work. Jiraj, you have a good one. Good luck on your work. Good luck on your projects. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if I see you Thursday, I'll see you Thursday. If not, it's okay. Take care. Look at that. Looking quite good. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. So there we go. Now the last pair of glasses. The last pair. The last pair. Alright. Start it from the beginning here. Let's give it goggles 3. That's what we'll start with. We'll duplicate it and do goggles 1. Alright. Let's get these colors correct. Before anything, let's go to the thing. So I guess the outer side is mostly going to be like a yellow white. So let's do that. Alright. Let's bring in the size. Let's do a couple of things here. Let's make this go away. Let's bring in the second color. Let's also make the second color darker. And this color brighter, maybe? We'll move the second color. Has more room to breathe. The highlight. Just bring it around the top there. There we go. Then we can bring in our hue saturation. This is where we can start messing with some stuff. Bring down the opacity. Maybe bring down the saturation. There it is. We'll save it. We will save. Always remember to save. Okay, goggles. As for this blue part, I could definitely color it a certain color, but let me do something. Let me bring in, what did I have? I made a bottle and made it glass on a previous live stream. Let's just bring that in. See what that looks like. We'll change the color. Let's see where this is at. 22, live stream glasses, projects. Nope. Bottle. Project in here. Material. Good thing I named them all. Bottle. Let's see if we choose the bottle material here. If that ends up looking good. I think it's loading. There's our, it's overly too much material, but we will take down the detail. Boom. Saved me. Oh my god. Did it crash? Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Don't crash. Can't move my mouse. Save. Okay. Here we go. We got our glass. We can see through it a little bit, and we can just change these colors. Let's see if we could just easily change the colors by using the hue and saturation. Converter here. Hue saturation converter. Alright, let's see. Alright. They actually turn into a blue purple, which I guess could work. Don't forget the button grommet doodads. Oh yes, I will fix that now. Great. Let me fix some of this highlight stuff. Let's do it so it's way a little bit here. We'll fix the highlight. We'll fix the second color. Bring it in. There we go. Fix the third color. Give it some shading up in here. Looking good in the neighborhood. We'll take off the Fresnel. I wonder if I change the bottom color, if you even be able to tell. Is it this color? Wow, nothing's affecting it? That purple? Where's that purple coming from? Interesting. Where's that purple coming from? Oh. Let's just change it to something that makes sense here with the gradient. Alright, maybe a light source gradient. Let's see how that looks. Alright, maybe not a light source gradient. Let's do a top to bottom gradient. That looks nicer. Alright, and the doodads. Let's click on that, and we'll just add in a... Oh, wrong one. Goggles 1. And for this sake, I'm going to just bring the valley down just a little bit, just so you can really see it. Alright, and now... I'm so happy I made that glass material. It just works. I love it. I spent a lot of work making that glass material, and I can reuse it. It makes me happy. Alright, cool. So, looking pretty sweet over here. Now I gotta do the side here. We'll make sure we'll do, what is it, goggles 1. We will duplicate it. And then this one we'll just choose the colors. Getting close here. Hue and saturation. This is not glass, so let's do white. Main color yellow. Maybe like a darker yellow. And then the darkest. Right. That looks good. Let's take off a couple things. Well, actually, let's mess with a few things here. Let's just bring in the highlight just a little bit. Very small. Since this is being affected by the lights, we'll just leave it as is. I think it looks good. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Now let's set up our 3 heads over here. Let's copy these heads. So base mesh 0. So we'll do this one, G1. 0.5. Okay, let me duplicate both the eyes. Duplicate, grab X 0.5, and then we will duplicate. Grab X negative 0.5. All right. Let's bring in our other glasses. Glasses 2 and 3. So glasses 2 can move over here. Actually, just so everything stays intact, let me do this a different way. So I'm gonna bring base, put the goggles 1. That's all in one. I'm then going to right click, duplicate collection. I think I'm overthinking this. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to put an empty. I just want this to be easier to grab. So I can use, I'll bring that there, there. We will select that. We'll select our goggles, our base mesh, and we will parent everything, keep transformations. So when I move this guy, we're good to go. Okay. You look so funny. Who you talking to? Hey, who, ha, who, ha. Where is he looking? Okay, playing around too much here. We'll call this man 1. Okay, or .000. We'll save it. Okay, now I'm going to select it, right click, duplicate collection. Now we got our base. We'll take off base 1. We will erase, and we'll put in the second goggles. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Okay. Alright, doing the goggles. And we'll parent that to this. So when I move this guy, it moves with him. Okay, almost there. We'll call this goggles 01. We'll call this goggles 02. We'll erase this. We will then go here. We will duplicate collection. Erase this goggles. Delete hierarchy. Disable this. I gotta split Grease Monkey. I'll catch you later. Take care. Thank you for hanging out. Thanks for supporting me on Patreon. You don't have to, but I do appreciate you doing it. Have a great day. And if I see you Thursday, I'll see you Thursday. If not, have a great week. Have a great week. Alright, let me parent all this onto this guy. Keep transformations, and I should be able to move this guy now. Great. We can call this goggles 03. There we go. Take care, Ferd. Okay. So I think we got it all together now. Now we bring all our guys out. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. We'll bring all our goggles out. So now we choose one. Choose the other. And we got some goggles going on. So let's fix something here that I need to address, which is these lights. I want that guy to stay in the middle. What I do want is this guy to move over. There we go. And then this guy to move over here. Then we want this light just to kind of peek over a little bit. So the second one looks cool. Or the first one, I should say. There we go. Alright, let's position our cameras. There we go. Looking cool, these guys. These guys are looking cool. Alright, and then now let's make a skin for this guy. Let me go back to my asset browser. I'm gonna select to append. I'm gonna select this. We're gonna select the face for this guy, or a color. Go. Honestly, them looking blue is pretty cool, you know. See if we do a color. We'll desaturate them so they're the glasses are the things that pop out. We'll select him. We'll put skin .000. We'll do the same thing for all of them. Let's see, skin, and same thing, skin. This guy's getting hit in the face with this light. If I take shadows off of both lights to see what that looks like. We'll leave on shadows for that one. Let me bring this guy back here. Let's put this to 500. 100. 50? I'm just messing with lights now. They are so bright. Can I? I'm just trying to get this glint over here. For the highlight, for the skin, let's see if I can bring down the highlight. Alright, I think I'm going to give every individual one a different thing to catch light, so I can have some more control over here. So let's start with the one on the left, and we'll work our way all the way to the right. So on the left, it's the only one we're looking at right now. And we're just gonna mess with some of these settings here for the shader. There we go. First color. The second color there. Alright. Great. For the second one, I'm going to duplicate it. Mess with its skin color. Bring the highlights in. Mess with the second color. Third color, same thing. We'll mess with it. Just give it some variation here. My blue men. Oh man. And now that I think my lights where I want them to be, I'll do some nuanced stuff over here. Like we'll bring the highlights for the goggles for this guy a little smaller. For this one, same. We'll tone it down a little bit. Let's do it from the front view. So this is the view that we're going to be looking at. There we go. And on the side view, same thing. We'll bring it in just enough. Second color. There we go. There it is. Give it some nice little variation. I think when I make my next shader, it's going to be... So I don't have to fiddle with the lights. We're just going to do it in shader. It should be a little bit simpler than this. So... Alright, so I definitely need to do some fixing here with this light. And then let's mess around with this again. That's kind of where I want it. I want to see some highlight all around. Let's mess with this one again. The light's coming really from the right side. So that's what we're messing with. There we go, got some highlight. Let's actually bring this down a little bit. Let's actually bring the separation here a little more. Maybe we should smooth out. There we go. Alright, the final glasses. These actually ended up being fine. They ended up being good. Second color. There we go. Good stuff. Let's see if I make a empty, put a circle, rotate it on the X, put G, scale it out. I'm going to parent. I'm going to put this circle with where the camera is, which is under collection. I'm going to call this cam control, because I'm going to parent this to the camera, so then I can rotate this guy and see what this looks like. Let's see what this looks like. Look at these cool glasses. What if we set up the lights to, and we parent it to the circle? What would that lead us to be? Alright, and then let's see if we took the shadow off of one of these lights. How about the other light? Guess not. Alright, a little too much highlight on this guy. Let's bring that back. And let's bring in some texture on their face. It looks ridiculous. 4,000. Same thing. 4,000. 4,000. Alright, and then the last thing I think I want to fix is his background. And then we can move on. Alright, let's put in the last touches. We'll do 300 frames. We will choose the cam controls, choose one, we'll hit I. Insert key, we'll just hit insert key, single keyframe, and then we'll do it right here, 360. We'll hit the single keyframe, we'll make sure to select both. Hit T, do linear. Let's see what this looks like. gonna look at it from individual spots here. Let's see. Alright, looking cool. Let's move it one frame. Grab one. There we go. Alright. Let's save this. Under renders. We'll create 02 and 03. We'll do this one. Goggles. 01. 2, 3. Accept. Zero 04. All. Alright, and I think that's it. I think I did it. I got all the glasses. I made them. I made them from the images. We'll see them individually, you know. We got this guy, you know, looking cool. Got the glass. Should be bigger, but that's okay. I'm fine with it right now. The second one. Here's this cool guy. I didn't make the sides a different color, but whatever. I think it looks fine. Looking cool, looking dashing. And then we got the third one, which is right here. This guy, orange, 2 slits, going through, looking rad. So, hopefully you enjoyed this live stream. If you want the project files for this for any reason, it's on my Patreon, so please help and support me to create more content. I do 2 live streams a day, or not a day. I do 2 live streams a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, so please come and check me out. Yeah, that's it. Made the glasses, looking dandy, looking cool, looking fly. Look at these cool blue men over here, looking cool. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, great week. If I don't see you Thursday, but I'll be back on Thursday in 2 days, or 1 day, it's the day after tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take care. Goodbye.